guys, welcome back to TezMania TV. Today I'm doing a requested video. One of you requested that I do a video where I talk about and demonstrate using neon colors for the eyes. And that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to try some fun colors and I'm going to talk a little bit about some tips and tricks that I have for you. Now, before we get started, I just want to define what neon means. Neon colors are simply colors that appear to glow with intensity. I'm doing a little bit of Googling here, and it says that the name extends from the perception that all colored tube lighting are neon lights, when in fact the gas neon is only used to produce lights that are red-orange. But any vivid colors or fluorescent lighting or such we refer to as neon. And I'm going to be using two brands in today's video. Feel free to share in the comments what your favorite go-to makeup brand is for neon colors. I'm going to be using Revolution Makeup and Stargazer. Please excuse the mess here on my makeup table. I've just arrived back at the apartment from being away for 10 days and we're leaving tomorrow again, so I have makeup like literally all over. These are the Revolution ones, and the UV yellow is my absolute favorite. You guys know that I love to do this when my hair is this color as well. This one is called Acid, a very suitable name. Then we have a Blow Your Whistle, which is a nice purple. We have Pink It Is, which obviously is pink. A Get Ready, which is bright orange, and then this green, which is called Go. I have more of these from Revolution, but these are the brightest ones. So these are the ones that I'm using in today's example. And then this is a professional Stargazer palette, which is referred to as the Vivid Color Palette. So you can do lots of fun like club looks with these. I'm going to finish the video by doing a simple neon look on the eyes, but I'm going to start by showing you a couple of different ways of applying the products to achieve the highest level of neon or the most intense color. And I'm gonna do that just on my hand because it's just easier for me to show you rather than having to like wipe it off and do it on my face a bunch of different times. So I'm going to apply the same color 4 times and show you the different ways that it turns out when you use these 4 different techniques. The first one is going to be on completely dry skin. The second one is going to be on skin that has foundation. The third one is going to be on skin that has an eyeshadow primer, and then the fourth one is going to be the way that I absolutely love and recommend using, and I'm not going to mention that yet. We're going to get to that in a second. So let's pick 2 matching colors, one from Revolution and one from Stargazer. I'm going to go with the green, so we're going to do these 2 to compare. And my favorite brush to apply eyeshadow with, any eyeshadow that is just a regular flat brush. So I'm gonna start by applying the Revolution one onto dry skin. See, that doesn't look very neon, does it? That's because dry skin is never a good idea when you want really, really bright, vivid colors. We're gonna do the same thing with that green from Stargazer. See, they're both very, very pale because, again, this is dry, non-primed skin. So I only recommend doing eyeshadows on dry skin when you want something very natural. So if you need like a natural green color and this really crazy bright one is all you have, then you can apply it onto dry skin and it will still come out nice and soft. I think the Stargazer one is a little bit more pigmented, if you can see that. All right, we're gonna wipe that off. And then the second step is to apply them onto skin that has foundation on it. All right, the thumb is now covered in foundation. We're going to repeat the same step again. First, using the Revolution one. See, we're already getting lots more pigmentation. And then the Stargazer one. So it is already greener than it was when we did it on dry skin. It's still kind of flat, but you get a little bit more pigmentation when you have some kind of base on your skin. And again, the Stargazer one is a little bit darker in color, so just try to look at how opaque the color is coming off, not comparing the 2 tones because they're not exactly the same. That was the second one. We're going to clean that off. And then the third test we're going to do is with an eyeshadow primer. This one is by Clean Color. The Revolution one. See, now we're starting to get somewhere. Also, you can tell now that the skin is a little bit moist because of the primer. I can't really drag the color on. Instead, I'm sort of packing it on, patting it, whatever you want to call it. And that in itself actually gives off more pigmentation. Let's try the Stargazer. See how much more green that is compared to the tests we did on just dry skin or with just foundation. So it's just getting more and more pigmented. And that is obviously the point of using a primer in the first case, because it gives the eyeshadow something to adhere to. A primer is always good when you want to maximize the opacity of your eyeshadow. And we're going to clean this off, and we're going to do the fourth and final test, which is my personal favorite. And I know that some of you already know what this is. Now, my trick for getting the most out of all of my eyeshadows is using a white jumbo liner as a base. There is one simple reason for that, and that is because white neutralizes all of those pigments in your skin, and it gives you a flat, clean surface to work off of. And you also get a little bit of moisture like you do with primer because it is a pencil liner. So you prepare the skin and you also remove any other pigmentation, which is just the perfect setup for highly pigmented colors. And this one I'm using, there's very little left because I use this every day, but I think it's from LA Colors. I could be wrong. So let's just go ahead and put that on my thumb and then just smear it out a little bit. So my thumb is now white, which means a perfect clean base. And then we're going to repeat the step with the eyeshadows, starting with Revolution. And again, we're going to pack this on now. See how instant those pigments are paying off now that they have a white base to work off of? And then the Stargazer. I mean, come on. This is green. This is how you get the most out of your colors. So the Stargazer one obviously is more pigmented from the get-go, as you can tell by these two. Even though, again, the Revolution one is lighter in shade, you can still tell that you're getting more pigment payoff with the Stargazer one. So if you want really, really strong pigments, then yeah, that is what I recommend. But look at that. That is a nice, strong green. Now for doing actual makeup on the face with colors like this, I've done a couple of makeup tutorials where I've included really bright colors. And one of my favorite things to do is do a really bright color underneath the eye and then do black on the lid. That's just a nice combo. The black is always a good contrast with a bright color. So for instance, when my hair is the acid yellow that you guys know that I like to do, it's always fun to do an acid yellow underneath and then a black on top. So that's one of the looks that I usually do. Another thing that I usually do is a very, very simple one. When I have a simple base like this, all I've done with the eyes right now is just put mascara on. And I want something that pops, but that's not advanced. Like I don't want to get started on eyeliner or like more detailed stuff. What I do is, again, locate the white jumbo liner and we put some of that in the inner corner. Dab it a little bit to blend it out. And then you go over that with one of those really, really bright colors. And you just kind of pack that on. And that is the finished look. Let me zoom in. Like you get a little bit of a color pop, but it's still so simple. You saw that it literally took me a couple of seconds to do. Now, obviously you can do lots of fun combos. And one way to get your colors to appear more UV is to combine two of them or to combine one of them with white. So for instance, you could do white in the middle of your lid and then you do the color around it. And that kind of makes it appear as if it's glowing like a neon light would do. You could combine orange with pink, for instance, like contrasting colors, and those together will make it look even more UV. So there are a lot of fun stuff that you can do. So yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you for requesting it, and I hope you guys feel like you got something out of it. Do you have any fun tips or tricks or other neon related things that you want to talk about? Turn to the comments section. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, do no harm, but take no shit. I'll see you next time.